Hello everyone, and welcome to another video education edition. Today's session is going to be on how to use MT4 and the main trading platform that we use in our analysis. So I'm pretty sure everybody has an idea as to the type of software that we use for our studying and for our trade entries, but I figured it might be a good idea for anybody out there who's just beginning or just getting started and they don't really know where to turn or what to look at to get some decent software put together so they can actually start analyzing some of the charts. So that's pretty much what today's video content is going to be about. And I'll just slowly walk you through a couple of features, a couple of points, and some tricks and tips that you can use to better use the software. So I'll just flip over to my Forex trading platform, MT4 platform. Now I use a demo account which is called Forex Ltd, and the only reason I use that, it's not a preferred broker or anything like that. I mean, there's several different demo accounts that you can get with different brokers and providers. This one just happens to be for free, obviously, and they don't limit you to a 30-day trial, which a lot of them do. But you can feel free to check out, a number of different brokers. I mean, just type Google search in Forex trading broker, and they'll pop up, and then you can then go through and download the MT4 software from them, and then and enter into all your credentials in and open up a demo account through them. Excuse me. So just and you'll probably have the option as well to go to MT5. I would suggest not doing MT5. MT4 is the platform of choice for ourselves, and we highly recommend you use it as well too, but you do have the option. But once you get MT4 set up, all you need to do is just go up into here, open an account, and then again, I'm with Forex Ltd. You would click add a new broker or broker name. You'd click this, and then you'd go in, you'd click next, and then you would just say come down here, open new demo account. You'd click next, and then you would just enter all of your pertinent login details, your email, your name, your phone number, and click finish, submit, and then you can select how much of a demo account you want to trade with. Typical standards accounts range anywhere from $1,000 up to $50,000. I've even seen some up to $1,000 or $100,000. So it's really your preference. It doesn't really matter. It's just a demo account. But the one thing we would suggest when you do trade, you make sure that every trade is usually the same amount of risk in order to control your risk tolerance and your exposure as well too, so you can do proper trade management. So when you get the platform all loaded up, this is what mine looks like now, but this is probably what yours will look like. So I'll just flip over to a new chart here, say an Aussie chart. This is typically what you're going to see with the default chart. So you're probably wondering how do you get from this chart over to a chart that looks like this. Very simple to do. You just go in here, right click, click properties, and from here then you can play with any features and settings that you want and change up all the colors. For example, I find personally it's very easy to see on a white background. I don't like the grid. Some people may like it. I don't typically like it, so we'll just turn that grid off, just turn that to white. And then again, you can decide what you want for your colors, for your candles. You can do red, you can do green, you can do orange, black, whatever your preference is. My preference is set to dark green for the dark green. Here it is here. Dark green for a candle up and black for a candle down. So very, very simple. And then you can just click OK and get the chart as you want it to look. And right now you see it is a bar chart, a bar graph. So these are bar. I'll just zoom in here a bit so you can see better. These are open, high, low, close bar chart or bars. So in order to get the candles, all you have to do is just click up here, candles, switch it over to them there, and then you can see your line charts, bar charts, again, open, high, low, close. So I'll just, give me 1 second here, and I'll just flip over to the standard chart that we use, and we can go off of this. So editing is very, very simple. These are your buttons up here. This is just your crosshair, so you can zoom into each level that you need. Vertical lines, horizontal lines. You just click once, drag, drop to whatever level you want, and then if you want to adjust, you just double click. You can move it anywhere you need to. If you want to get a specific level, you can right click on anything, go to the line properties, and then you can type in the parameters, the exact level that you're looking for up here. You can change the color of the line to whatever you want. You can change the thickness. You can change it to a dot or a dash, whatever you want to do. So that option is for you to check out there. And again, I recommend just playing around with it a little bit. This is your trend line. So your simple trend lines, just start to finish. You can create them any pattern and shape that you want. And then again, you can move them, manipulate them, however you want to use them from there. So very, very simple to use. Moving over, then you've got your Fibonacci. Now, typically with Fibonacci's, you want to anchor it from your low point to your high point. So something like this here, and then you can start to see all your major fib levels here. So this is all you need to do with this is just to track how deep something comes back down, maybe to get the midway point in consolidations, things of that nature. Basically all it is just a tool that allows you to measure distance. It's really nothing used for nothing else. I also would highly recommend that don't use it to enter trades in terms of going down to specific levels or anything like that. We do sometimes use these in confluence with some other signals that we or some other price points that we put out to get a bit of confluence with our levels that we trade off of, but I'd highly recommend not using a fib for anything other than that. And then you go over here, text editor, you can put text in. This is a MT4 chart, and you can just put all your notes in on the screen here, everything that you need, very, very simple. And then down to the last thing here is just your time frames. So when we trade, just so you know, when we trade on a chart, all of our levels are based off of the daily and 4 hour. So when we send out a signal, we're getting our analysis, we're getting our monthly bias and our weekly bias, and making sure those two are in complete confluence before putting a signal out. So if we're bullish, then we want to see the monthly and the weekly both confirming a bullish pattern setup. And then we go down to the daily, and the daily is where we actually will look to get our average trading range for the day. So that's how we pick how far a move will go into profit and off the daily range. And then we typically get our entries down from the 4 hour or even the 1 hour in some cases where we have a detailed entry level to sit on. But those are the time frames that we use, and you can go right down to a 15-minute chart or a 5 minutes. I wouldn't recommend anything lower than a 5-minute chart, only because you can see what price is like here. It's just very, very hard to read. It's so dialed in, you don't know what the macro is looking like, so you definitely want to keep it on in my opinion, a 15-minute chart or higher. And the best case is definitely an hour, 4 hour, or daily chart that you want to be trading off of. And all the signals, like I say, that we'll be putting out will be off of the hour, the 4 hour, or the daily chart. And that's pretty much about everything that I wanted to show you. Just, again, you can play with all of this. There's different, you can zoom in on the candle patterns, you can zoom right out. These are handy here. This allows you, if you unselect this button here, this allows you to go back into time indefinitely, and you can see what price has done in the past. And then if you click it, then it just keeps you zoomed into the current area. And then this one just shifts the chart left and right. I like to work off of a chart that's shifted to the left a bit, so I indented a bit, and then that way I can you know, I can do different stuff over here and you know, put some analysis on the chart and some levels without having to scrunch it all up. So that's what that one is used for. And if you want to add any pairs or anything like that, you just very simply click right here, and you can go in and you can look through all the different pairs. And in this case, Forex Ltd offers stocks and some other indices, gold and silver, things of that nature. So you can add however many charts that you want to watch to your MT4 platform, and go from there. There's also, if you like, there's also another area where you can go in and you can find it online as well too, and put different indicators and things like that to help you trade. If there's an indicator or something on the chart that you feel that you want to see some more information on, please email us at f45trading@gmail.com, and I'd be more than happy to help you out, putting some indicators or some levels on your chart that would help you out to put your trades through. It's a fairly simple thing to do. So I think that is pretty much all I have right now for the MT4 platform, on how to use it, how to navigate through. Well, there is actually just one simple thing here that may help you out. When you're creating trend lines, if you want to duplicate a trend line, just hold down the control button and just grab the center button there. You can see you can grab as many as you want. That's a fairly handy feature if you kind of like copying and pasting trend lines. So that's a handy thing that you can use. And if you made a mistake, if you put a whole bunch of information on and you accidentally deleted it, you can hit Control Z, and those will all come back. It's like the undo button. So that would probably help you out a little bit as well too. And like I say, that's it. Those are just sort of the basic features, and that's what we run off of. And so again, if you have any other questions with how to use MT4, some indicators, how to upload some stuff, how to put charts in, anything like that, we don't recommend any brokers, as I say. We're not we're not into referring any initial brokers, so you'd have to do some research on your own and figure out which ones work for you best. I could certainly point you in the direction of ones not to go with, because there are definitely some ones that you do not want to take part in. But for the most part, the majority of them are all decent companies to work with, and you can go out and find yourself a good demo account to work with, and try to find ones that are longer than 30 days. Like I say, I know some demo accounts only last for the 30-day trial period, and then you have to fund the account with live money in order to trade, in order to keep that demo account open. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do. Like I say, you don't have to do that. I use Forex Ltd server, but you can feel free to use whoever you want from there. So I believe that was everything I wanted to go through. The next video that we're going to release will be on how to, I'll just pull it up right here, how to put entries in. So how to create entry orders, how to put in buy stops, how to do sell stops, entering targets, and putting stop loss prices in. So very, very important, how to do the order management and order entry. That's what the next topic will be on, the next education series, and that's just simply found right here under the new order tab. And then I'll walk you through how all of this works in detail, so you can also duplicate exactly what we're doing with the signals that we're putting out, so you don't miss any of the signals. And the best thing to do is to put in limit orders, and like I say, I'll detail all this on the next one for you. I won't get into it here, but if you put limit orders in, then that way, once we put out a signal, you can just set those up. I have one right here on the US CAD. You can put these in, and you can leave them in for an indefinite period of time, and it's like setting it and forgetting it. You walk away and you come back, you know, a day later, 2 days later, whenever the signal executes. As you can see here, I have a demo trade on for a buy limit for the US CAD. I'm expecting price to come down here to 12800 and to rebound and go higher, and to look at taking out some of the highs up at 129.20. So That's basically how you do it. So I'll walk you through how to do all of that, and if you have any other questions in the meantime, or if I didn't cover something that you wanted to see about MT4 platform, just send me an email, and we'll do our best to get back to you right away. Thank you, and have a great day.